So I took a break from skating just S footwear to dial it back to before S even came out with some of these models, like the XL, to classics from Etnies. So if you looked at older 411s, older Trans Worlds or anything like that in the early to mid 90s, you would notice a particular sole that a lot of iconic skaters back in the day used when they were skating Etnies footwear. That to me made me want to skate those particular shoes. So here I have the Etnies Scam. And that's the sole I'm talking about. You would always see this pattern, the way it says Etnies up there. So many skaters use this shoe, which in a CCS catalog would tell you that this was an after skate design, so it was probably supposed to be a chiller, but it also skates really well. I'm currently skating the black pair. This is the white on white, even though with the leather-like material that they use on the tongue and the liner, which I love. It's a little bit different color. You have the stylized E printed out, whereas the original had like 3 kind of lines there. Almost looked like an Adidas shell toe. I'm sure they were told to stop that. You have the KO Man design on the heel here, and just an graffiti-like stylized Etnies right there. The weird thing about this shoe is that it's one of the first shoes that I skated that doesn't have like a toe cap that goes around. Like I have the S Contour that doesn't have that, but then you have this kind of like bowling shoe or, bike shoe type design where it's just a piece of suede material that goes, up and down, up and down the shoe. And in the kickflip area, it does kind of get worn over here, but it actually provides 2 layers without giving the shoe a ton of bulk. So you have just like a classic little design right there for the heel. On the inside, you have basically the same thing, but this is reverse stitched. And this is probably one of the thinnest shoes I've ever skated. There's no tongue centering straps like the Sal 23. There's not much to the tongue here. This doesn't actually wander all that much too, so it's not like annoying to have. You can see, there's not a lot to this shoe. I'm finding myself in a simple shoe era, or kind of like a phase anyways, so I really like these. The thing for Etnies, for me at least, I'm skating 3 different types of Etnies models right now: the Scam, the Sal 23, and the low cut. I find that I'm a half size down, actually. So I'm an 8. Just kind of like a fatter lace. There isn't much to say about this shoe except that this is a super tacky, grippy sole. It's an iconic sole. You see this in a lot of just photos and videos and stuff. So to me, I felt like I had to have it. I had to skate it. There's not much else to say about this shoe. It just skates really well. If you don't like thinner shoes, you prefer a puffier shoe, then it's probably not for you, and that's okay. Some people might want to upgrade the Etnies Comfort Level 1. They're kind of thin. The annoying thing is they're glued in. Don't know why why they would do that. S doesn't do it. I don't know if America does it. Why do they do it for Etnies? I don't know if they're different factories. I don't know. It is kind of annoying, but if you're gonna rip them out, then you probably don't ever want to use them anyways, so what do you care? Overall, nice looking shoe. Nice to look down at when you're skating. Immediate broken in type of feel. And as far, and like while we're talking about feel, this shoe does have insane board feel. This and the low cut and the Sal 23 all have insane board feel, which to me, I mean, I can use probably a D3, an Osiris D3 straight out the box and still be able to skate kind of the same, but this does make a slight difference when it comes to responsiveness, feel, and how broken in it kind of feels straight out the box. Classic design. I would prefer these to almost anything else that Etnies has on their newer lineup. The classics are definitely a classic for a reason. I hope they stick around a little bit longer, maybe come out with a few more colorways. I know later in the year they're going to be doing a navy blue, a red. I don't know what else, but these might be chillers or just kept on ice for a little bit. Definitely get yourself a pair to try out. They are fun to skate, fun to look at, straight up classics, and that's it.